Hi, I'm Sean McCourt.
And I'm Anthony Galdi from Behind the Emerald Curtain.
Welcome to The World of Wicked, where we'll give you an all-access pass backstage and behind the scenes.
Today we'll be following the journey of a costumes creation, from Bolt to Broadway.
Join us as we meet the artists and artisans whose skilled hands craft the extravagant costumes you see on stage.
One of my favorite design experiences when I was designing Wicked was the clothes for Madame Marble. She's an incredible character. She's slightly zany, and I knew I had to take her from the moment that she's an academic, she's a teacher at Shiz University, and then she traveled from there to the end when she becomes almost a wicked figure in the world of Oz. And we have had Madame Marbles of all shapes and sizes, tall, short, wide, slender. They've run the gamut. And I have to say that every one of them has believed that they look best in these clothes, which is something I couldn't ask for anything better than that. But it takes an Amanda and Alice who are working with me to understand my eye for me to know and believe that they can transform the actor comfortably, that so they believe that they are their character, but also maintaining the things that are essential for the Marble look.
We're putting in a new Marble into the show, Kathy Fitzgerald. Marbles have 4 distinct looks in the show. She spends most of Act 1 in what we call Shiz. It's the rust-colored dress that she wears. She changes very briefly in the Wizard's Chamber to what we call Emerald City. It's a beautiful dress that takes a lot of man-hours to make, and it sees very little stage time, but we love it nonetheless. She starts Act 2 in her 3rd costume, which is called Engagement. And then her last one, we call it Seized, because she's in it when she's seized by the guards, and so our nickname for that costume is Seized. At Barbara Matera's, where we're doing these new Marble costumes, Coco is, again, another artist who brings so much to the table.
Since 1968, Barbara Matera Limited has provided costumes to Broadway, ballet, concert tours, and feature films. The shop has recently been given the task, yet again, of building a new set of costumes for a new Madame Marble.
When you first do a costume, you're not always familiar with what that character is. It's kind of an unusual situation to have this many years to become familiar with my character. And I really feel like she's mine. I know what it's supposed to look like. I know when I look at her, no matter who she is, where to make those adjustments to create that character. And that's something that you only develop when you've done a character for a very long time. Every once in a while, there's been a time when we've had a space with no Marbles. And it's amazing how quickly you forget all these details. We do a lot of work in this shop, and the stitchers, typically on a show like this, you'll use a similar stitcher to make a costume. But I also keep what we call a work Bible. And in that, I record every aspect of the costume. And it's very important because if a stitcher is out or if I change assistants, you have to have some resource. So over the years, I've developed a very fat Wicked Bible because they're so elaborate. When a Marble costume order comes in, you kind of have to hope that you're not too busy. Generally, we need 6 weeks from start to finish. And under some circumstances, even then, it's hard to get the garment done in 6 weeks. Typically, it means that all 4 costumes have to be worked on at the same time, which is why we train specific stitchers to work on specific costumes.
They're very specialized crafts, and only a few people can do them, and I think the people that do them best are here. We're incredibly fortunate to have the people that we have working on this show.
When an actor joins a show that's already running, you get 2 weeks to learn the part and 1 day to put it on stage. That's called a put-in rehearsal.
I'm an actor who likes to work with the costumes, so I'd love to have them first day rehearsal because it changes how you feel. When you only get 1 shot in a replacement, you have 1 day that you're feeling your own costumes for the first time before an audience, and yes, it absolutely changes everything because, you know, everyone acts differently if they're in their own costume. They look like the person that they're portraying on stage. So, changes my world 110%. Absolutely changes it. Absolutely. You're dealing with all the props that are there, and you know, everybody walks differently and stands differently in rehearsal clothes than they do in a period piece. So it absolutely changes your life, your world.
You'll be making
That's a very different thing to wear that dress as opposed to wearing sweatpants and sneakers that you've been wearing in rehearsal. They sort of get it when they put the clothes on, and especially with the Morables. Kathy Fitzgerald did it today. She puts the clothes on and sort of stands a little straighter and starts to talk a different way. You know, it's like those clothes just make you become a different person than you are.